Ooh. All right. So has anyone got something to celebrate about this week? Any new clients, any new progress, any new things that we should know, or is just still looking for leads, looking for clients? What's
yeah, I'm always looking for leads, clients. I've decided I'm going to call my workshop Ready, Set, Clear rather than Ready, Set, Go, because we're going to clear the old from 2023 and bring in the new for 2024.
Cool.
So I thought that's something that's just I can set up as maybe every quarter. So like Ready, Set, Clear the last quarter, let's do the next quarter. So we'll do some energy work. And I've decided to just simply dive in and do the woo-woo shit. Yeah. So, because it's not working for me hiding behind the practical business stuff, because you find yourself,
it's not you.
No. Yeah. Well, and I'm competing against all the, and they say you shouldn't compete, but you do, against all the business coaches and stuff like that. And I'm not a coach anymore. I don't do coaching. I do advisory.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to put out there is that, my business knowledge is knowledge.
Yeah.
It's skills that I can help you with, but I'm not, my clients, ideal clients.
Yeah, look, the best advice I can give you, don't copy other people, be yourself, because that is your energy work also, and that's how you're going to get more attraction, and people will probably relate to it a bit more. And so, you know what, you are deep down, you are a bit of a business coach because you have experience in business, but then you have your own way of delivering it, right? So that it will be probably the best way. So when is your workshop? When are you planning to launch it?
The 18th, I thought.
Okay, cool.
Right at the end.
Time. Yeah. And you're using all the email sequences that are giving you out?
Yeah, I've reworded most of them. So that's good. They'll be going out, starting to go out today. We just had 24 hours of looking after a 16-month-old. So
right.
Woke up tired this morning, and then we got his 6-week-old brother on Friday. Brother on Friday night. Her 6-week-old on Friday night. So 3-hourly feed. So that'll be fun.
Yes, lots of fun. And Vanessa, I know you're currently just looking at revamping your offer and your content and how you're reaching out to people. And we've given you, I think, the templates yesterday and the system link, right? So you can go ahead and start preparing for that.
Sorry, Claudia, when you said the email, when Janelle said the email, whatever, what is that?
I'm gonna take you through now, so you're gonna see exactly where to find everything. Okay. So the way I set it up for you, it's really, I wanted to give you some simplicity with the way we structure this whole school membership program. Instead of me kind of telling you what to do, I just want to be more into give you access of what I have. Okay, so you only have to do really is cut and paste. All right, so there's a lot of element in here that is done for you, but you don't have to recreate and reinvent yourself, and you just find some really very simple strategy that you can just go ahead and implement immediately. Okay, so in here you'll see this classroom. Okay, the calendar is where you find our calls. So we decided to do them every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Is this time okay for you girls, or is it too early? Because I'm a bit of an early riser, and I just want to make sure that everybody else can fit in. Like there'll be people coming in from the States and Europe and so on. So I'm thinking this is probably the best time. Okay,
it's 7 a.m. here.
Yeah, good girl. You're up and right. And look, by the time it's 8 o'clock, you're done and dusted, and you can go and do some work, right? So you got a whole day ahead of you.
Yeah.
In here, you'll see the members who is currently here. Leaderboard, it just shows you about how you're tracking inside school. So I guess the more you're commenting, the more you're interacting, the more you're
Okay.
doing stuff. But it's really nothing. So don't worry about that. And this is a little bit about what this group is all about. Yeah. So we're going to talk about how to get you to 5-6 figure months. Now, the community, it's where you'll find posts. Okay. So you can see Nikki here posted something the other week about how she generated 255,000 leads through Pinterest. So I wanted her to just post it and see how she did it, because then what you could literally do, you can go out there and start doing it yourself. I was literally fiddling around with it yesterday because I've never been a Pinterest person, right? I did use Pinterest when I used to have my own brand like Sasha and Me. So of course, because it's an e-commerce, I used to do a lot of Pinterest, but as a mentor, as a coach, I'm thinking, Pinterest? And then the more I looked at it, then I thought, yeah, I get it. So Pinterest is actually quite an interesting platform where you can actually generate a lot of leads. So if you want to follow his steps, just go and play around today and see what happens, okay? Set up a business account and then put some boards in there because Pinterest is like an engine. Yeah, it's a search engine. It kind of looks for hashtags and wording. So if you're focusing on, let's say, mindset coaching, spiritual coaching, business coaching, you use certain words that will kind of dictate the board. And if you have it in a professional mode, you can actually start getting a lot of leads. And of course, we know without leads, we don't have a business, right? So our daily job is to do lead generation every single day, okay? Whether you decide to do it through Facebook, whether you decide to do it through Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram, it's irrelevant because this is all social media platforms that can give you leads. And once you have leads, you then prospect these people either inside your emails, right, or through Messenger, etc. So this is a cool thing. So have a look every day. If you see something interesting, you can kind of just comment or ask questions. All right, Nikki is very open to it. So I'm happy to give you some tips. Now, celebrate your wins. There was something I posted last week, and you girls can comment on some of your wins that you had. The power of an audience. That was interesting because Nikki, say she had 255,000 emails. So what we asked her to do is to send out a batch of 1,000 because there's so many of them, right? First of all, I said to her, clean all day inactive member, because I don't think she did anything with those leads. She gathered them and then she didn't realize that she could actually do something with it. So when she had a call with me, I went, holy cow, girl, so I said, just clean them all out, see who is inactive, and then start sending them out in batches of 1,000. So she did that last week. I'm not sure where she's at now, but I think she already had 10 people signing up to her workshop, which I think it's also around the second week of December. So that was an interesting way of looking at it because she didn't even knew that, she had something valuable. So you can see people posting, whether it's me or yourselves, feel free to post. Now, when you're posting, we put it under, so if I wanted to write something here, you just write the title, write what you're posting about, and then select the categories. So you have wins, product, audience, lead tab, lead nurture, sales, client and loyalty, operation and team, and automation. That's how I set it up. So you can just post something that you want, whether you want to ask, whether you want to tell us about your wins, when you have some queries or whatever it might be, okay? Now, let's go into the classroom. Sasha, sorry, she's off again. So the offer code. In here, you will find the 2 templates, okay? So the one template here, so you just Google, you see the Google Documents, you just click onto that and it will take you through, okay? Now, template number 1, and you can go through these if you haven't already and just listen to it. Have an offer. Actually, if you haven't watched it, so the whole idea here is to actually have an offer. Okay, so I explained the 2 templates. The 2 templates are Number one is what we call the cash offer. It's a very simple offer. It's pretty much what you're actually in now, right? You join the membership, the weekly membership for $130 a week. So that will be what we call the cash offer and the entry-level offer. All you have to do here is kind of cut and paste and turn it into your own. Okay, I think Janelle already did that. Vanessa, when you're ready, kind of go through it and kind of go, this sounds like something that I could offer to my clients. So the idea here is, instead of asking them to pay you a lump sum, and Vanessa, I think your offer is pretty reasonable. It's not like you're charging $10,000, $20,000, right? But if you have a really high ticket, it's really difficult these days for people to make a commitment, okay? So they will probably look for something that it's easy without the anxiety and overwhelming sensation of parting with $10,000, okay? So the way we set it up and say, instead of doing it a lump sum, let's do it a weekly payment, okay? So this is what you're doing now. So you're literally paying $130 a week for the entire yearly mastermind. If you add it up at the 52 weeks, that's a 6K offer, okay? So that's how we broke it down. We find it's easier for people to make a commitment these days into a weekly payment rather than a lump sum. And also, weekly revenue, it's king, right? If you have weekly revenue every week, then you don't have to kind of reinvent yourself the following month and start looking for a new client, okay? So the systems that I've given you here are super easy, right? It's just cut and paste. And then if you go into the email section, where I'll show you, you can send your people email addresses. Now, I mean, your offer code today through their emails. Now, I know for a fact, Vanessa, that you don't have any emails. So I asked you yesterday to start gathering all the people that you ever spoken to, and then to change the 3 questions inside your Facebook group, okay? You need to have an email for Facebook groups. Otherwise, you're just losing all the people entering into your world. You don't know who they are, you know what they do, and you won't be able to reach out to them. So that's our offer template number 1. Then we have an offer template number 2, and this is what we call more of a hybrid offer, okay? So I have, for example, 10 members right now inside my hybrid offer. And the difference here is they look at my $130 a week, for example, and they say, that's all really great, but can I have a little bit of you? Yeah, I need an extra hour with you one-on-one. You know, in this hybrid offer, we have them inside school, but also inside Slack, and we're working together on a 100K launch. Okay, so they have me twice a week, plus they have access of me pretty much 24/7. So that's what we call a hybrid offer, right? So they kind of come in and say, yeah, I love it, but I want more. You know what it's like, right? When you make an offer, people will go, oh, yeah, but do you do this? Do you do that? And can you help me do this? I don't know how to put the templates together. Can you help us? And then my team comes in and does everything for them. So you could structure it that way. So it's really your offer. They're just different elements of your offer. You're just adding different things in it, right? So that's what we call the hybrid offer. So if you have a look at that, it's all inside that Google document. Just cut and paste and find something that it's, you know, makes sense about your offer and who you are. So they obviously don't copy the exact template, but just make it your own, right? So that is really the 2 different offers, right? The cash offer, as we call it, or a hybrid offer. And the good thing about this is, like, if you had, let's say, 20 members inside your school in here for, let's say, $100 a week, you can then announce it once a month or so and say, hey guys, I've got a hybrid offer. If you're interested, you can upgrade. You know, it's $400 a week, and this is what you're going to get. So that's just an example. So you keep upgrading your members, okay, every time, the moment they enter into your school. Now, I use School. You don't have to use School, okay? You could use a Facebook group. It's entirely up to you. I find School easy because I can just put all the modules in there and it's easy to follow, okay? And there's less distraction. I don't, you know, if I post something on Facebook group, it gets lost, I don't see it, and I just can't track it. So just make sure you could find a place where it suits you. Okay. And Vanessa, if this kind of goes and you think to yourself, I don't really need a weekly membership program, I just want clients to pay me in full. Yeah, you can still go out there and ask them to pay you 1,000 and 2,000. Okay, just make sure you give them some payment options. Really, that's what it's all about. So the next thing, so that was the offer code. Membership offer email marketing. So this is all the email sequences that we put together for you if you want people to join your membership program. But also what you could do, you could just write those email sequences and inviting people to work with you, okay? Or hop on a call with you, or have a look at my offer, sign up here, okay? So I'm just really doing it in a weekly payment option because we know our goal is to get 100 members, right? 100 members, let's say for 130. Because you can't really fit more than 100 people inside school. That is recurring revenue that we don't really have to worry about it, okay? And then everything else is just icing on the cake. So the membership email templates are on here. You just click onto the Google document and you'll find them all in there. The other one, it's a workshop invitation template. So if you like, Janelle is doing a workshop, okay? So she will go in here and just copy all the emails for the workshop. So Vanessa, you just go through and see, this sounds good. I've got a workshop. Remember how we spoke yesterday? You want to do a workshop and you're quite not sure about when, but this will be your email templates, okay? Super simple. So that's that.
Could we put like because we have to, different industries have to, we take the format and then reword them.
Absolutely.
Can we pop emails that we put in that we've reworded up in to see what other people think?
Absolutely. This is what this is all about, right? So this is a community. You can just say to me, hey, I just wrote an email sequences. There's the Google document. Do you mind going quickly through it and tell me what you think? Yeah, I want you to be, the more we collaborate, the more we network, the more we work together, the more you'll be able to help other people also, right?
Yeah.
So this is what this is all about. High ticket virtual weekly sales call. This is where you're going to find all the replays. So today, after today, you're going to find today's call in here. So if you can't attend, you can go back and watch the video recording. So each Wednesday morning after the live, we'll put the videos in here. Now, 5-day challenges. You will find the templates. We already gave them to you, Vanessa. Janelle, I think you already got it. So in here, you'll find the workshop template and also the 5-day challenge templates. Okay, so if you decide to do a workshop one day, I go, okay, this is all I have to do. Transfer it through my system, and I got a workshop template. Now, I know not everybody is techie, right? So if you're finding it a little bit difficult, let me know. My team can come in and transfer it for you. It probably will take a couple of hours, right? It's already set up. So what we really need to do really at the end of the day here, it's making sure your links are not my links. They have to be your links, your pictures, and your content, okay? But the formula, the principle is there. Okay, so join the Find challenger, join the workshop emails. Okay, so if you click in here, you'll find the workshop emails. Again, all there. The value trade strategy. This was an interesting one. Somebody asked me during my last 5-day event whether I sometimes do like if I have a beta program or I'm testing it out and I want people to trial it out. So I wrote this for you. It's just a really simple document, plug and send. Again, it will kind of give you an idea about the value trade. You know how we sometimes say, would you mind testing my offer? Or would you mind testing my launch and tell me if you like it and I'll give it to you for free or something like that. So we wrote it for you. Okay, it's there. you just never know. Like somebody, you'll see a lot of people doing trades things like, you know, hey, I'm just testing something. I'm doing a workshop and I would love your feedback. What do you think about it? And I'll give you a free access or something like that. Okay. So that's what this document is all about. I think somebody asked me in my last 5-day challenge because he was launching a new software. So he wanted to get people's opinions. But if you're launching like a new coaching program, that will probably also work, right? So we call it the value trade. Virtual launch email templates. So in here, you'll find all the emails if you're doing a virtual launch, okay? Pre-launch, during the launch, when they sign up, and the VIP upgrade, okay? So there's a sequence of emails that we send out before the launch, just to get people interested. Then we will send a series of emails during the launch, like, we're going live in 5 minutes, there's the link, you know, or you could say, hey, I went live today. If you didn't see it, there's the link, okay? And when they sign up, there's a simple welcome email. They say, welcome, you're in, this is where you're gonna find things. And then the VIP upgrade, okay? VIP upgrade, usually it's about giving them something that they wouldn't normally get when they sign up to your workshop, for example, or a 5-day challenge. So usually we give them something that is really tangible and of value. They get an extra hour with me each day live inside Zoom with all the Q&As. We're going to give them some templates. We're going to give them some ebooks or documents or a course, something of value. Okay, so we always upgrade them to VIP. 95% of the time, people that come into your workshop or a 5-day challenge, the VIP people always purchase something on the back end. They feel like they're already committed, they made like an investment with you, and they're kind of already pre-sold. So that's what the template is all about for the emails. This is empty for the moment, and the authority is empty. The cash campaign is a customer to client workshop is empty. So those are all empty. So I'm going to keep adding them as we go. But the reason I'm doing this step by step, because I really want you to focus on the 2 templates, okay? The 2 templates and the email sequences. And then we're going to probably start talking a little bit more about your content, what you're putting out there, what are people saying, what they're thinking, how do you get people to put their hands up? Vanessa, we spoke about that yesterday. At the end of the day, we don't make enough offers, right? That is really the reality of it. We kind of go out there, we post content that doesn't really necessarily resonate with anybody. And sometimes we post all kind of stuff and we don't post an offer. And usually it's because maybe we have some kind of limiting beliefs that maybe the offer is not good enough, no one's going to buy, no one's going to put their hands up. So we have that little bit of fear. But what you need to really understand, you need to level up, okay? It's almost like you have a little bit of cockiness that, you know, you are the best in this industry and pay attention, okay? Because people are getting bombarded with all kind of fluff everywhere. And we need to kind of step up as leaders and be very clear about the reason why some of these people are not successful, why they're not moving, why they're not taking action, maybe why they keep attracting the wrong partners in their life, you know, sabotaging, limiting beliefs, you know. So depending on what your industry is like, you need to speak up about what it is that you do and how you help these people. And this is when the content is so important, because eventually, if your content is solid, people will start putting their hands up left, right, and center, right? They'll go, yeah, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. So, and I'm actually not quite sure why everybody really struggles with content. I usually just write things as they pop up from my head. I don't really have a calendar. I don't really plan. I just kind of say things how they are. And, you know, either people can take it or leave it. So we can talk about content. I'm going to start adding some stuff in there that will help you, probably kind of going out there and go, you know what? The content is not too bad, but I probably need to do certain things to make, you know, to make some waves. People start noticing me. But it's also important that you have the right friend request, that you're requesting the right people, right? Because if you keep accepting every single Tom, Dick, and Harry, you're gonna end up with a whole bunch of people that are gonna either pitch you something or spam you or annoy you, and they're not really your ideal clients.
I actually have noticed that I've been really fussy now about who I'm accepting and who I'm actually connecting with as well.
Yeah.
Because I've now got my buyer persona or you know, avatar, whatever you want to use the wording as.
Yeah.
And her name is Soulful Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, if they don't fit somewhere within the Soulful Sydney, you know, persona, then I'm not accepting them. I'm not bringing them in. If they're under a certain age, I'm actually going to start even being fussy about that, because my ideal clients are not in their 20s.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to be at least 35 to 40 plus.
Yeah.
And they're being spiritual, or they're a little bit spiritual, or they're looking to be spiritual, or they're, you know, and I make sure I cull anybody who's in the shows the Christian thing. Not that I don't like Christians, it's fine. I've got a lot of Christian friends, but it's just they're not clients, you know, they're not going to be clients of somebody who speaks to dead people, because they're going to be like, well, no, that doesn't, you know, resonate with them. So
exactly right. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, Facebook has a lot of personalities. Yeah. So out of 100 friend requests that I get, I probably accept 2. Right. So I kind of look at every single one of them, and usually they're all VAs, bots. They're not really real people. Like, you'd be surprised. And they're just pitching and pitching and pitching. So I'll just delete them all, and then I'll just look at some friend requests that I'm thinking, yeah, they will be like the right client for me. That's the only time a friend accept. So do the same when you're friend requesting. Okay. So when you're friend requesting, go out there, go into different Facebook groups, and look at the people that you think, you know, that could be the right match for you. I'm not sure whether any of you are using Friend Connector.
I was, but I stopped because it kept banning me, and I'm like, Instagram kept. And then I found that I couldn't get. I was just looking curiously about getting the blue tick, and it came up that your activity had been blah blah blah, and I went, no, it's friend requester. So I've left it for now.
Okay,
I stopped using it.
That's interesting. I've been using it for years, and we never found any issues with that. Maybe it's how you set it up. Like,
yeah, it might be
interval. I set it up intervals of 30 to 60 seconds, and I friend request 50 people at a time. Okay, so I don't do more than that, and then in the evening I'll do another 50, and then I close my laptop and go to sleep. So it kind of runs on its own. So let's say out of 100 requests, I might get 30 accepting the friend request, and then I will start, you know, the combo. So yeah, maybe it's the way you set it up, because if you're going to do this manually, it's going to take you a long time. And friend request and so on. So friend request does that for you. See if I can share a screen and show you how I do it. Screen. All right, so let's go into a group. Let's say, oh, there you go, Women Helping Women, for example.
I took up the yearly offer on that.
Sorry?
I took up the yearly membership offer.
Oh, how much was that?
Christina had out, and it was like, cool. It was only like $970 or something, or $970 US. So for me, it was.
Oh, you saved, yeah. That's pretty good.
But it's cheaper than spending, because it was costing me like $300 a month.
Yes, yeah, it gets pretty expensive.
The other, and I thought, that's done. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, you just go on the members, so you can see who the members are, and then I'll just got Friend Connector. Now I do it in intervals of 30. I do 50 friend requests, and I do between 30 to 60 seconds.
No,
Okay.
I don't know this now.
Yeah, so this is a software, okay? It's called Friend Connector. And what it does, it goes into, if you're a member, you have to be a certain member of different Facebook groups. And then you go in there, and instead of doing this manually and friend requesting people, we use certain softwares, right? So this one is called a Friend Connector or Friend, there's two words. Some people call Friend Connector.
Client prospector.
Right, yeah, which is exactly the same. So I got both of them, but they're exactly the same thing from the same people. Okay. So what you could do here, you could do it, I'll do it by 30, 60 seconds. Okay.
Yep.
You can do it by country if you wanted to. You can filter by country. And I'll do it by 50 people at a time.
Okay.
I can do gender. So if I just wanted to work with women, I could go gender, but I leave it open. Well, this group is for women, so it's okay. But the crucial part here is like, I don't want to attract VAs, administrators, other people that I don't think they'll be my right clients. So I kind of go straight to the top. I go to the CEOs, the founders and coaches, right? I could put other wording in here that will kind of search. And it could be like TED speakers or presenters or something that, lost going on stage or something like that. I can also use negative keywords like administrators and virtual assistants, right? Now it will kind of eliminate the whole thing. And then I'll just press run. And now they won't run because
you're not in the group.
I'm not in the group. And it's running it now, I think. But what it will do, it's not running now, sorry. But what it will do, it will start picking up people that have chosen words like, CEO and founder, coach, and so on. You'll see who are your current friends. You'll see members that have something in common. So there could be somebody that does similar work than me, okay? Members near me, so the people that live in Sydney, for example. New to the group, so the people that literally just joined the group, okay? So you can just friend request these people. But if you were going to do it manually, you kind of have to go one by one, yeah? And kind of check their profile, which is a bit painful. So this is what we use, Friend Connector. Inside School, there's a link in there for all our affiliated links, okay? So we got a deal at the moment. You get Friend Connector, Friend Disconnector, Genius Messenger, all for $97 a month. And usually, I think you save about over $1,000. So Genius Messenger I use because if I have a messenger that looks like dog's breakfast and I wake up in the morning and I got 100 messages and I don't know who to, I don't remember who I've spoken to, right? There could be somebody say to me, Claudia, I know you got a workshop coming up next time. Can you remind me when it's on, or, follow up? So I color code all my messages, okay? So red could be a hot lead, black could be follow up, green could be current client, yellow could be people that have attended my events, or could be, green could be follow-up or collaboration or something. So I color code them all. So when somebody sends me a message, instead of going, who are you? I know who they are, right? So I can continue the conversation with them. So super, super valuable. If you don't value time, don't do it. If you value time, get into it, right? Because it's really a quick way to get leads, right? So no matter what you do, every single day, you need to get leads, right? So whether you do it through automations, whether you do it with VSLs, Hands Up wants to know how we do blah, 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 right? And then you send them a document or a short video, and then you have a call to action. So that is super important that you keep creating leads, because otherwise you're going to be running out of leads and you're going to be posting and no one's going to pay any attention. It takes time and nurturing with those leads. They're not going to buy from you today, but they might buy from you tomorrow or in 3 months' time or 6 months' time. So the email nurturing is really important, right? Just keep sending email. I send one every day. Every day there's an email, yeah. So we set it up in a way that we have like a 30-day campaign for each month. We know exactly what we're doing each month. We've got a workshop coming up, okay, email, right? We've got an event coming up in January. Let's get ready with the email. So you constantly have a pattern. So you never, ever run out. I'm just working on a new lead magnet at the moment. I'm going to show it to you when it's done. What I really want to do, so it's a new landing page for the workshop, which you're welcome to have. You just cut and paste. And there's a video in it, okay? Instead of me just kind of going, there's the link, sign up to the workshop, blah, blah. There's a video. It's a short 10-minute video where I explain the importance about the offer creation, and I'll give them my 2 templates. Okay, so what's going to happen here? They have options. They can either grab my templates for $100, yeah, $100, or they can grab the templates and also come to my workshop, and then I'll show them how to use the templates, right? So they cannot kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So they grab the templates. I grab the email addresses, right? Because I want to keep the email. So grab the templates, I got the emails, and now I'll give them the 2 templates, and then they can either choose to come to the workshop and we're going to sell them something at the back end, or I'll have their database, which I can continuously then nurture them about the templates. Hey, you got the 2 templates. How did that go? You know, are you ready to join us? Are you ready to see how we do this? Blah, blah, blah. Then I'm also doing a very simple funnel that I intend to run through Facebook ads.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you exactly how we do that, right? So the idea here again is I don't have a workshop. I don't have a 5-day challenge. I've just got 2 templates. Yeah, I got 2 templates. You can grab them for $100. Yeah, and then you have 2 options. You either sign up directly into our monthly membership. So we're going to funnel this straight into the monthly membership program, or to a call if they want a call. That will be the last resort, right? But so it'll be an ad that will probably run for $5 a day. Okay, simple. I've recorded a video where I'm actually inside school. Yeah, so I'll say, hey, I've got a confession to make. You're actually already in it. You're already in the program. We're showing you what we're doing here. You can grab the 2 templates, and then the moment they grab the 2 templates, funnel them into school, where I actually show them something about an offer creation. So I'm actually going live inside school. They're watching it, they're implementing, and they're taking action. That will get you easily, you know, hundreds of leads a month that you can then nurture and continue to have a relationship with them. Okay, so I'm working on that now. We're probably going to start running the ads, I would say early January, and then just see whether, you know, what kind of results were we getting. But I'm pretty sure that it should do okay. Also, if you do that, you're probably going to get your money back on ads. Yeah, so you're not just spending on ads, but if you're selling 2 templates for $100, chances are you're going to recover some of the revenue, some of the money that you're spending on ads. Okay, so that's pretty exciting stuff. And I don't know where you want to kind of get your leads, but if you're interested in doing YouTube, and that will probably work in YouTube also. Okay, so what we're really doing here is giving people value, but instead of just talking about showing them how to do it, we're gonna do it for them. Okay, so this is really important. Moving forward for 2024, people are tired of courses and modules. They want somebody to show it how it's done. So we're going to teach them, we're going to show them how it's done. And then it's the only way you can then probably get them across to purchase something, whether it's your offer or service or even a product. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to touch up today. Any questions?
No, I'm actually interested in the idea of ads as well. Funnily enough, because my spirit team said to me only the other day, you probably should start putting ads out there for about $5 a day.
There you
And
go.
then you can on top of that, and I'm like,
I must have gone and tapped into their heads. Can you tell
and I'm
Janelle,
like, you're
please?
saying it, and I'm like, hello.
Too funny. Yeah, I think it's because if you're showing them a model that it's actually working, you know, they're gonna go, oh, you know, why would I want to take this? Why would I want to cut and paste the exact module and then go into a community where they show me how it's done? And this is what I think the weekly membership program, it's gold, because you're not really overwhelming people by signing up to 10K, 20K, 30K programs and still don't know how to get a client. Yeah. So I really encourage you to go through the templates, implement, but also encourage you to ask questions. Okay. If you're ever stuck and you don't know what you're doing, if you want any advice, or you go, I just wrote these templates, or I've wrote my 2 offer codes, would you mind having a look at it? Yeah. And we'll go and have a look at it and say, yeah, no, maybe. That's the only way that we can grow together and implement this. So yeah, any other questions? What are you really struggling on the most? Like, how long is a piece of road? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the biggest struggle?
Well, Claudia, for me right now is I put out the content as we were saying yesterday. I put out the content, and there's quite a lot of likes and engagement, but nothing happens from there.
Let me have a look, Vanessa. Did you post something yesterday, or
no?
Just in general, yeah.
The last one was about the Christmas thing, and that was not. You see, this is where I think, like you said, with the content, I'm not doing the specific thing, posting to make it crystal clear to actually trying to attract. I also go with whatever I see, or whatever somebody comes to me with or asks me. I'll just put something out there, or I'll see something on another group where they be struggling, where someone says, oh, I keep attracting the wrong kind of person. And then I'll put something about that. But I think I need to, instead of trying to tackle too many things, like, okay, you don't want to stay on your own after your divorce for too long, or you don't want to grow old alone, or you sabotaging your relationships, or you choosing the wrong person. It's a bit of everything. And I think.
Okay, so I'm just scrolling through your profile. I'm going to start as September. So it's 2 months here. Not one post has a call to action. Not a single post has an invitation, come and work with me. Okay. Or not a single post say, hey, I've got this new offer, invitation to work with me one-on-one, for example. This is what you're going to get. This is the results. This is what you should expect. If interested, DM me. Not a single post. Okay. You're talking about embracing changes. You're talking about struggles. You're talking about, being overwhelmed, stuck, anxious. Start today. Like, for example, start today, don't delay. There is a success on the flip side of despair. Where's the call to action? Yeah. So every single post that you have here has not a single invitation to work with you. So remember what I said to you yesterday. There's three kind of posts, right? Top of the funnel, mid funnel, low funnel. Top of the funnel, I haven't got a clue who you are. I don't know what you do, and I'm kind of liking your posts, so I'm just going to follow you, right? So those kind of posts could be like an introduction. Hello, my name is Vanessa. I live in Queensland. I've been, a coach for the last 20 years, blah, blah, blah. There were my original struggles. This is where I am today, and this is what I do, right? It was like an invitation, like, welcome, this is who I am, yeah? And then you got mid-funnel. I kind of know who you are. I kind of think I know what is your offer, I'm just not quite sure. Yeah. So usually those kind of posts could be revelations about success, results, client testimonials. You know, I just worked with a client last week and we did this and this and this, and now they're the results. Yeah. So that's kind of mid funnel. And then you got the bottom of the funnel. Like, I know exactly who you are. I know exactly what you do. I'm just freaking waiting for you to make me an offer. And that's the bottom of the funnel. Yeah. So you could do top of the funnel Monday, mid funnel Wednesday, bottom of the funnel Fridays, for example. So you write content that kind of, it's, you know, interesting for that kind of audience. Because everybody will be at a different level, right? Somebody might just friend request you and I go, Vanessa Williams, I don't know who you are, I don't know what you do. So that's when an intro post is really powerful, or a story, something that you're able to overcome. Yeah. And then now I'm just guessing here, I could be completely wrong, Vanessa. If you're working with women that are feeling overwhelmed and never found the right partner, and they're sacrificing and they feel they're being gaslighted and not accepted or loved, and they keep attracting the same men or women over and over again, is it because you were there? Is that was your personal experience, or why did you decide to teach other women about how to overcome those objections?
Because I kind of stayed in a marriage that was
There
long.
you have it. There you have it. Most of us will teach something that we personally experienced, right? So otherwise, why would you want to do that? So you need to talk about your experiences. People want to know who you are and what you do, okay? So they want to hear your story. I know sometimes we're a bit, you know, this is going to hurt because I don't really feel I want to be out there. But sometimes you need to put yourself out there. Otherwise, how else would people know who you are, right? So usually I would say, if you're teaching somebody else, what you have personally overcome, tell them the story, okay? So that is the top of the funnel, okay? They don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, they haven't got a clue. And then suddenly you introduce yourself and you say, you know, this is my story. This was I was able to overcome, and this is what I teach. Okay, so that's usually also an invitation, or there's usually a transformation. Yeah. Mm. And then mid funnel, it's something like either you help somebody overcome. So you can talk a story about a client, or maybe you can talk about the transformation that you were able to provide to somebody, some kind of proof, okay? People want to see proof these days. They don't want to see a fancy little, you know, template and say, I just made, you know, $100,000 this week, hands up, would like to know how I did that. And I'm going, yeah, right. You see all these kind of spammers everywhere. You want to see proof, okay? So proof is really crucial. And then obviously the bottom of the funnel is like, I'm finally going to make you an offer, right? And usually we'll write it in bulk letters, invitation to work with me one-on-one or group coaching, whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And then you spell it out. I think I've got a template that you could use yourself, okay? I'm going to put that inside Slack. So what you could do, you can kind of adjust it to yourself, what it is that you teach, what is the transformation, what are the kind of results that you can provide. I even put prices on it because I'm trying to avoid going back and forward with, sounds great, but how much does it cost? So I put a price. You know, I have a super time sensitive offer, only validated for the next 5 days. It's $2,000, whatever it is your high ticket is at the moment, right? I mean, why wouldn't people buy that? Like, it's crazy. The value is there. And then when they come in and say, I mean, you just say to them, how would you like to pay? In full or in installments, right? And there's my Stripe account. You don't even need a fancy landing page. We sold this stuff through Google Documents. You can do exactly the same, right? So I think that is your problem, because when I'm looking at your content, it's all inspirational, but it's not transactional.
Yeah. I did do a few posts probably way back about working with a client, which actually was me, staying stuck in marriage for 29 years, wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I realized I'd wasted so much time, what, and that did get quite a lot of engagement. And then
course.
last night I was looking back on those ones that did get quite a lot of interaction. And I thought, I wonder if I should put up like a little quiz and ask like 5 questions. Are you battling with? And then the 5 questions. If you've answered yes to more than 2 or more, and then sort of, can that be the next step?
I think you're just making it really complicated. You don't need to have a questionnaire. So you got a group, right? So I'm just trying to
Yeah.
look at the group. That link doesn't work. Can you maybe amend the link to your Facebook group? See, this is another problem. So
In
you're
the
not,
bio, in
you're
my
not,
bio.
yeah, in your bio. So you're not funneling them into your group. You've got a cover photo. Okay, you got a cover photo. You're sending them into your group, but can you change that in your bio? Underneath your bio, there's a link that it's broken.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna join. You got 426 members.
yeah.
Where are you currently at on your health recovery journey? Now, are you talking about being healthy or are you talking about something else?
Well, it's really about their mental state.
Okay. When I'm reading this, I'm kind of thinking, she's trying to teach me how to be healthy. Like, do I need vegetables every day, or what am I doing? So where you're currently at on your, I don't know, relationship journey, or I just will need to understand, because the group is called Ignite the Fire Within, right?
Yes.
Where are you currently at on your journey, on your personal journey, or something like that?
Cool.
And then and the question you got is starting out, currently working on it post surgery. Like, are we talking about what's surgery got to do with it?
Oh, you know what? That was when I did when I had the thyroid.
Right. Okay. You need to change those questions. Okay.
I don't even know where you're finding those questions.
So when you when I join your group, you have 3 questions. So you need to change those questions inside your Facebook group.
Okay, so where am I going to go to change those questions?
In your Facebook group admin. Now, where do you want to be in 12 months from now on your recovery journey? Do you want me, Vanessa, to reach out and see if I can help you? There's no emails here. I would just go, question number 1, you know, where you're currently at your journey, where you want to be in 12 months. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I would probably, you can still put, do you want Vanessa to reach out and see if I can help you under the where you want to be in 12 months. Okay, you can put that together. And then what is your email address? I would love to send you whatever you want to send them, whether it's a blueprint, a course, an ebook, something, okay? Because you want to get people's email addresses.
Yeah.
So I just submitted. So that is completely confusing.
Okay.
I'm not having hemorrhoids while I'm having issues with my marriage. So you need to change it.
Okay.
Maybe you did something else previously, yeah, and that has shifted, because you're a mindset coach.
Yes.
You're a health coach. Okay, heal your relationship with yourself, build a life on your own terms, unleash your full potential, cultivate unshakable confidence, and become unapologetically you. Perfect. That's the perfect message. But when I go into your group, I'm confused. Is it about health? Is it about what? So mindset, okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, just go into your Facebook group and you can find, if you scroll on the left-hand side, there's settings, and you can find the 3 questions and you can amend them.
Okay.
All right. So this is cool. So now we establish the problem here with you is your content, okay? You're not making enough of us. You're not having a call to action. which is good. We identified it and now we can solve it, right? Janelle, anything from your end before I go?
No, not at this stage. I'm just about to put the offer together. Oh, actually, a quick question. So you saw the poster I put up about you know, the other side, other stream of the business, the other side, because I had somebody comment about I was commenting on somebody else's, on Shannon's post about, you know, she's spiritual, talking about the battling the darks and all that sort of stuff. And so I said, you know, my husband and I do this, and then she and I started backwards and forwards, and then this Vanessa jumped on and she goes, oh, Janelle, can you tell me about what else your husband and you do, you know, what other things you do?
Yeah.
So that's why I put the post up with a list of things, because I went to the website and got freaking nothing about any of that on the website. They're like, and I really had realized I'd just, since you and I have been working together, I've left the website alone, just ignored it pretty much. But then I thought I probably should have something somewhere if somebody's looking to get a house clearing or whatever, because it's all money, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's also stuff that I teach.
Yeah.
So I looked at my website and went, okay, looks horrible. So I put the post up and went, these are all the other things that I do.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, what do you think? Should it be a website, or should I just, I know that I can incorporate website into Systeme, right? Because WordPress, so I can bring it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would it be better? Would I be better off doing that and then just basically having like a landing page thing with all of that stuff, or
just do a Google document, you know what I mean? So if somebody's looking, if somebody's asking for something, so this is all I do. But you could add it on your website, but chances are, how often will people look at people's website?
Well, I know, and I used to be all about websites and SEO and all that stuff, being a web dev.
Yeah.
It used to be, you know, one of my things.
Yeah.
But
Vanessa showed me her website yesterday, and I'm going to Vanessa. No one's going to buy from a website. People buy from people.
Yeah.
So even if you wanted to maybe do like a quick, you know, a little funnel, like a template that will show them exactly everything that they get. Or, you know, like this could almost be your hybrid offer, right? When people come to you and say, yeah, but you do this, but do you do that? Can you do this? You know, because the more offers you make, the more people are going to throw at you. But what else do you do? Can you have a bit of this? Can you have a, you know? So you could say, yeah, I mean, you know, for 100 a week, I'll teach you this. But then if you want me to do extra things, I can sell you packages. So there could be 10 hours with me, 5 hours with me, and then we can do the clearing, and we can do, you know, the crystals, and we do whatever it is.
and all the activation codes. And
see, this is what I'm saying. So you have an offer, you just keep adding different elements to your offer.
Yeah.
So this is how I would do it. If they, you know, if that's what they want, get them to buy packages from you. You know, you get me for an hour, this is how much it's going to cost. But you want to do 5 hours, this is how much it's going to cost. You want to do 10 hours, this is how much it's going to cost. And this is like done for you services. It's not like you're teaching them anything. You're kind of doing it for them, the clearing and the chakra and the reading. So I would just do that. And this is great, because once you have people inside your school community, then it's where also you're upselling them, right? And say, hey, by the way, I don't know if you're aware of it, but we also do this and this and this and this and this, and this is how we do it, and this is how we can serve you. So writing content about that is also super cool, right? Because I saw you posted it, and there was a lot of stuff, and you can literally dissect every single service that you provide and tell a story about that service. So it becomes a mini offer. Yeah. And you can just, you will never run out of content, like literally, right? You would just kind of make it out of the 20 things that you do, you can write about all of them each day, one by one.
Well, I was even thinking little stories about things that have happened, like, you know, this soul that came through that ended up, that looked a bit like a Da Vinci painting, because when he'd passed, he was so angry, he was still carrying the anger. Do you want to carry the anger with you? Do you want to be able to do that? You know, all of that, because this thing came through and it was like nose was over here and it just literally looked like a Da Vinci. And because he came through to us because we were in the house, that he thought the person he was trying to attack had come through was still here, and he'd been so angry on the other side. Yeah. You know, and all that sort of stuff. So I thought, that might be interesting. Nikki's on the 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I think at 9 o'clock. We made it. Yeah, but I would probably do that, okay? Because I think this is
Yeah.
really something cool. And you could even like sell those things in small packages. Like I was watching somebody literally during a Black Friday, she was selling a lot of small little packages, like tickets for 97, 57, 97, you name
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
The
I know.
7 at the ending. And she gave them access to little courses and videos and, all that sort of stuff. So you could do that. But yeah, instead of complicating, I would just give them the entire thing, right? Just give them 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours. If you buy the 10 hours, you're gonna get XYZ discount. Yeah, let's go. And you log them in. The chances are, if they have you for an hour, they'll probably want to have a bit more of you, right? They'll probably go, oh, I really like this, but now what? Oh, let's go this, Nikki, are you with us?
I am. Hi, guys.
Sorry,
I'm
I
having
think,
a more
I think
day.
you got the timing wrong because we're about to finish. But
No kidding.
do you want to pop in quickly and say hello?
Gosh, this time I thought we were tomorrow. Then I was like, oh, it's 2:00 I'm so sorry.
Oh my God! So Australia is 1 day ahead. Yeah, we're 1 day ahead, and it was 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock now, but I literally just went through the entire school, how to find things and what to do, and we were just having a couple of chats about everybody's how they're tracking and the experiences and so on. So if you want to say something, well, we got you now. How is your first question? How are your email sequences going for your workshop?
Terrible. Now that I got paused in my
you got
email.
paused
They
because
completely paused me because I had built my list, which I told you guys how I did that. And I did that like 3 months before I started. So I hadn't even started. I had like picked out a name, but I didn't have a website. I had nothing yet, no clients. I wasn't even actively trying. I was like, let's just build the list. So I didn't nurture anyone. And then stupidly, coming from corporate, didn't even think about the fact that you have to clean a list before you start sending to it. So I was below the 2% bounce rate.
Yeah.
But the number was suddenly high. Like all my emails, I was doing small tests. Everything was going great. And then I was like, you know what? Floodgates, let's go.
Yeah.
This templates are so good. The response is getting good. So I got a little overzealous, I think. And I kind of just like opened it up. And then I had like 1,000 people bounce all at once, which I had sent it to, I don't know, 30,000 people. So that's fractions on the, not even close to the number, but they were like, suspicious activity, you're on pause. And I email them that I'm waiting. There's like no service whatsoever. So I want to make the switch over to who you guys are hopefully all using, and get back rocking on it.
So the first thing you need to do with such a large database, you really need to clean it out first, right? Because there'll be a lot of bouncing, there'll be a lot of incorrect emails. And because you haven't nurtured them, they're probably going to go, who the hell are you, kind of thing. So just clean them out first, before. And it'd be really difficult to send one batch of emails to one go. It's almost like maybe you have to break them down and put them into sequences. So we use Systeme. So you can send emails with Systeme. You can do funnels, you can do emails, you can do blogging, you can do courses, you can do all kind of stuff in there. The other good software that I probably would recommend will be Go High Level. It's another good one. They can handle a lot of data, and then you kind of just start all over again. But your workshop, it's up in 2 weeks, right? Give or take. Next week. And how many people have you got sign up?
Only 10.
Hey, don't laugh. 10 is better than none. 10. I had a client once. She goes to me, I've got 10 people in my workshop. What should I do? Should I pull out? And she said, no, you're going to show up. And she sold to 8 people.
Oh, wow. Well, that won't be bad.
But yeah, you can do it. So keep sending emails if you can between now and to the workshop. Post inside your profile that you have an event. Let people know.
Okay.
And put a link underneath your content comments so they see the link and invite them into the workshop. Okay, so do some stories, do some reels. There's a lot of fun ways that you could do it, and you're probably going to get another 20 people in between now and then.
Oh, awesome.
And you're charging them, right? So 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. So not only you're making some money at the front end, you're also making some money at the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, emails, gosh. Yeah, make sure they're all cleaned before you start sending out any sequences.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because because I had done so many like survey type responses when they signed up, I knew exactly who was running businesses already, who's just doing like a 9 to 5 and trying to get a side hustle going. And I cherry picked my first few, like I had sent out like 3 weeks worth of emails. My first few batches, I had cherry picked the people that I knew were like 100% my perfect client.
Yeah.
And it was when I started expanding that it really, I mean, they had, you know.
I sent you a screenshot of somebody that posted about hold on, let me find it. Somebody posted on Women Helping Women about Pinterest. And I'm going to tell you exactly what she's doing because I checked her out. So she posted this. Her name is Ifi Ogbu. Pinterest is a gold mine. I made 67,000 as a beginner using Pinterest and artificial intelligence. Want my free training video to learn how? #SOM. So she's a member of Women Helping Women, which means she can post whatever she wants. 383 comments. Okay, so there were all people putting their hands up. Vanessa, this is something for you to listen. See how they don't know what they don't know, right? They know something, they're doing something that they're kind of struggling and dealing with, and they kind of somebody goes to them, Pinterest. 67,000, what the heck? Tell me more, yeah? So they put 383 people put their hands up. So what she did with every single one of them, she reached out to them and sent them a link of there was a little funnel that it asked for my email address. Again, she's collecting data, yeah? They're asking for my email address. So I gave her my email address. She sent me an email with a step-by-step that she did with Pinterest. This is what I did. And then underneath, she goes, instead of you trying to work this out on your own, you can buy my course for $27. So she's actually selling a Pinterest mini course for 27 bucks. Now, I reckon out of 383 comments, she probably would have got 100 people saying yes to that $27 course. Okay. So not only she gets the email addresses, she makes some money by showing them how to do Pinterest. Okay. And then, of course, my guess is she's going to sell them up something else. She's going to upsell them to something else after that. So you could do something similar, Nikki, where you can get Pinterest is a gold mine. I was able to get 255,000 email addresses in a short period of time or something like that. Hands up who would like to know how I did it. Exactly the same process. Okay. So, and she posted her again today. So she's posting it once a week, and she's going to get another 200 people putting their hands up. So you got to give them something that they're not aware of. Yeah, this is what you're currently doing. You may be posting all day long and you're not getting enough leads. There's a better way. You can get leads through Pinterest, or maybe you can get leads through X. We're currently looking at we're doing X at the moment to get leads. Twitter. And so then you can actually sell them something, a little course, a little invitation, a little VSL video of you giving them a call to action, and you can funnel them. You could do this with a Google document, okay? You don't have to do any fancy funnels. It's exactly the same process. So yeah, start thinking of how you can post content that will get people to put their hands up. If I was going to do a workshop next week teaching you how to do Pinterest, get over 250,000 email addresses through Pinterest, would you attend, for example? Yeah. And when you have everybody putting their hands up going, yeah, 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 you just funnel them into a workshop. So something to ponder this week, okay? We'll probably cover a little bit more about content because it tends to be everybody's biggest pain about. But it's just, you constantly have to sell, all right? You have to be in that selling frame. We sell every day. I try to sell every day, negotiating with my partner whether we should have pizza or go and have takeaway or go to a fancy restaurant. I negotiate where I want to go away for the weekend or should I stay at home. I negotiate every single day. Okay, so we negotiate with our partners, we negotiate with our audience, we negotiate with our clients. So it's always an offer. Instead of going, instead of me going, you know what? I don't want to cook tonight. I'm just gonna grab a takeaway. I'm just gonna grab a pizza. Instead, you should say, hey, how would you feel about it if we grab a pizza tonight? Because I had a really hard day at work. Would that be okay by you? Much better, right? So you ask. Yeah, you ask. All right, girls. So Nikki, sorry. So you just go into, I'm going to download this recording in the next hour or so you'll be able to go back and watch it again.
Thank you.
But please just go into this school. This is your place, okay? This is where you can ask, you can collaborate and do whatever you feel. Ask me maybe to have a view of your templates or your email sequences or your content. Ask me and I'll tell you yeah or no. Nikki, what you could do actually, maybe you could give a link to these ladies of your Pinterest account so we can see how you did it. If you still got it.
I would love to do that, and you won't find a single thing because I took them all down. That was part of the strategy. I put them up and they had a timer on them. And when they were done, I took them down. So when you go there, you're like, wait, she has nothing. That's phase 2. Phase 2 is
all right. So maybe you could do that, right? Because guess what? When you start going to talk about Pinterest, people are going to want to know what's your account. Yeah. Let's check it out. Yeah. But
I'll get some hands up.
Exactly. But look, out of 255,000 emails, I reckon you probably have half of them that will probably be still good. Yeah. So you can still nurture them and connect with them.
Yeah, I've only bounced on 1,200.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah.
No, I've only had, I think it was like 13 unsubscribed.
Yeah, you know what? I actually would, if we're at that stage, I would probably even send an email and say, hey, I'm just going to start being a bit more active into my emails. So you get an email from me once a week. If you don't want to be subscribed, just unsubscribe here, please. It will help me to clean my database. It's often we ask because we don't want people to come back to you and say, oh my God, you're just spamming me. And I said, just unsubscribe. There's the link below. Knock yourself out. Yeah. So just give them options.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good way. It's a good way to clean a couple of your emails. Cool. Yeah, all right, that was fun. So we meet every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Sydney time. What's the time there, Nikki?
It's now 2:15.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so good time. Yeah. All right, awesome. Any questions? Far away. Be magical, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Claudia. Bye.
Bye.